for Heights.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, I got you. Maybe, yes, I got you, boss.
Oh, Sarah, do you have your phone on? Well, I need a timer. I need somebody to do the time.
We were holding out for you.
Am I late?
Well, we all are.
6:30.
6:30.
6:30.
You're good. We were still discussing. Nope, you're good. You're
That's
good.
okay.
The only piece that, you know, in the discussion,
Okay, wait a minute, let me call the meeting to order.
Yep.
Okay. We're taking, right? Yep. Alpine Board of Adjustments meeting called to order at 6:47. Okay, I am gonna establish roll call. Mike Kirkwood. Sue Caballas. Did I say?
Cole
Colbus.
Boss.
Sorry.
Present.
Melissa Wilson.
Here.
Dan Scow.
present.
And Dave Jenkins is absent and excused tonight. Our first order of business is to go ahead and have nominations for chairperson and vice chairperson.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
isn't that fun?
Isn't it?
I nominate Mo as chairperson.
Oh, I can't. I'm reading.
Sorry.
We have a nomination on the table.
Second.
All in favor? Or any discussion?
No.
No.
All in favor?
I,
Okay, you will accept the appointment.
I will accept said
Okay.
appointment, apparently. And
I
then we
a
need a nomination for vice chair?
Oh, yeah, you're running the show now, sorry.
No, dude, I'm figuring this stuff out.
118.
So, I'll make a motion, or a nomination to, nominate Miss Sue Colboss to the vice chair.
Second.
We have a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Do you accept said nomination?
I do.
I don't think you had a choice. Okay,
All right.
page 18, I need to, what you got here?
Yeah, 118. If we
Okay.
go to freestanding, single business, multi-business, sign height in feet,
You can
minimum is 10,
nerd out
maximum
on
is
all this.
18.
And how tall is the new one?
They want to
proposed
go
new one.
14.
Oh, well, so it's under the.
It's under.
Okay. Okay, so our first and only order of business on the Board of Adjustments meeting is our Star Valley Health for our signage variance, correct? That's what I'm seeing?
Yes.
Yes, okay. All right, so we have some discussions about this. Do you want to step up to the mic, if that's okay? You can sit down, or you can, whichever
Grab a
works for you,
seat
boss.
and
Have a seat.
sit
You can
up.
sit in the comfy chair. Okay. Excuse me. So we've been going over this, and combing over this. So you have a variance for, an extra 258 square foot of signage on top of what you got the variance for last year? Is that correct?
So
Pretty close.
the original variance request was for a total of 253 square
I was way off. Yes, sir. Okay.
So that's a total number
Yeah,
of
yeah.
square feet. The additional signage we're asking for an additional variance for is 205 square feet in addition to the 253. And I believe you have the copies of this, which shows the new signage that is requested to be installed. There are two new lighted signs on the building, one for the surgery center and one for three new lighted signs. One for the surgery center, one for the emergency entrance, and one on the ambulance garage bay, just says ambulance only on it, I believe. Yeah, ambulance only. And those are all three backlit signs without any, there's not a lot of bright projection of light.
Okay.
The monument sign on the pole out by the coming off of Wintergreen Drive that would direct traffic into the emergency room is, like you mentioned, 14 feet high. And it is interior lighted, backlit. The west-facing sign will have, I believe it's just 55 lumens of brightness. The east-facing sign will have 110 lumens of brightness. And we did that, when we had the other signs put in, just to not have light pollution. The request from the subdivision was to not have light pollution toward the subdivision. So that's what we did, and this new sign is the very same, with the reduced lumens of brightness toward the subdivision, more brightness toward the street, so people can see it better coming around the corner there.
And that totally makes sense.
Can I ask a question?
Oh, yeah, I was getting ready to knock
So-
yourself out.
So, Mike, I get the signage in piece. Is there a reason why it has to say Star Valley Health? Can't it just say emergency? We're just trying to reduce the signage, so, because the homeowners association hasn't had any opportunity to talk about it, they're still doing what they gotta do. And I'm just looking at it in a, if you see emergency, you know where emergency is. And you've got Star Valley Health everywhere. I'm just saying, in the event that the homeowners have such a ruckus and issue with it, is there a possibility we could just say emergency?
I think that is possible. I'd prefer not to.
I hear you.
I actually sit on the board of the homeowners association, and I have not heard a word from anyone from the homeowners.
That was gonna be my next question, if you've heard
Because-
anything, yeah.
Well, I mean, Levi, they haven't had, the architectural review committee hasn't had any time to review it.
That's correct. For some reason, there was, their US mail service is as bad as everybody else's, apparently. And they-
Anyway,
and they
I'm
never
just-
got the notice.
Just figured I would
But,
ask.
but honestly, I'd prefer, I had, honestly hadn't thought about that, because Star Valley Health wants to advertise its name, of
Heck
course.
yeah. That would make sense.
It's branding. It's
Yeah.
branding, it makes
I mean, you
sense.
have it everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's branded.
It does make sense.
It's branded everywhere. And I'm just, when it comes to emergency, it just says, emergency, you're gonna go that way. I'm just asking, that's just.
No, I appreciate that comment. That's a good point. And I guess that would be, would this Board of Adjustments prefer that, or are you waiting for the homeowners association
That was
to
gonna be my next
mention
conversation.
that?
Yeah, we need to, I would prefer to wait until the homeowners association has a chance to review this before we just blanket approve it without having their input. And make sure that they're comfortable with this, or that their homeowners association is good with that.
And I don't think it's anything to do with the smaller signs that are like in the parking lot areas. I mean, those are, they're just vehicle height.
Correct, and they're not lit.
They're not lit.
They just have reflective.
It's just these two. And we're trying to do the best we can for everybody, and it's.
Actually, it's just one sign, that just shows both sides.
Correct.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, that was just one of our concerns, is what the homeowners association, make sure that they were comfortable before we just blanket. Years ago, we approved things without making sure it was cleared with another subdivision in the area. And I got a tongue lashing quite a hardcore from that. So I definitely want to make sure we get
I
this
understand.
taken care of there, but.
I would certainly agree to be subject to their feedback. Absolutely.
Sue?
I agree with that. I mean, I love the fact that you've addressed the lumens. So if a sign has to go up, it's considerate, you're being considerate in terms of dark sky ordinance. I mean, it makes sense. My father was a doctor. I'm used to all this stuff. It makes sense that you would want the signage.
Yeah.
I think
But
from a-
I think just out of respect to the neighborhood.
Sure, from a wayfinding perspective, we just feel like it's, the regulations that I could find from Medicare, since we're a critical access hospital and very dependent on Medicare reimbursements, their rules are, there has to be, what's the right verbiage? It's pretty general and kind of vague regulation, but it does say there has to be signage that directs the
Yes.
public to the emergency services area of the facility.
Well, and that makes sense. If anybody's ever been in a crisis situation and you're driving, you're not paying
thinking.
attention.
You're not thinking
You're
at all.
looking for the big sign that
Yep.
says,
That's
go
true.
here for help. So,
That's true.
and I'm totally on board with having the signage that we need for our current medical facilities. But, yeah.
And that's the only piece I have.
Sure.
That's-
Just to share with you a little story about the importance of signage. And when somebody gets in a crisis mode, they're not thinking about that. A good friend of mine fell and broke his hip. He was outside of Afton, about 5 miles. And he got in his truck after he fell, drove to the hospital. He stopped at the T intersection where you see the new emergency room there
Yep.
in Afton. And he called me on the phone, sitting at the stop sign, and he said, Mike, I don't know how to get to the emergency
Oh,
room.
bless his heart.
And the sign was right there in front of him. So you just,
Yep.
if you've ever been in an emergency situation,
You're not
Yeah.
thinking,
as much signage as possible
Yeah.
is certainly
Absolutely.
going to be helpful. And we want to be judicious and as much as we possibly can, and yet get the public the right wayfinding signage so they can find the facility. And honestly, board members, if the homeowners association comes back with any type of recommendation or request, we certainly would be happy to address it if that's the case. So,
Well, we'll try to make sure that they get into a meeting zone so they can,
As I understand it, correct me if I'm wrong, there is an HOA meeting
it's tomorrow night at 6
night.
PM.
Okay,
Right.
and is that just a annual meeting, or?
No,
what
it's
do we-
it's our monthly board meeting.
Monthly board meeting, okay. I did get a phone call from Levi, and Levi asked, Christine, I need more time, and I said, Levi, oh, I can't make any promises, I've already sent all this out, I've already done all the advertising and stuff like that, so, and then I just found out today that there's an HOA meeting tomorrow night, so that's why I'm,
Yeah, absolutely. Sir?
I don't have any problem with all the signs. I don't have a problem with Star Valley Health being on there. They put a lot of money, time, effort into the facility here. It helps Alpine. I do think we need to hear from the homeowners, but that also needs to be on a timeline. I mean, I don't want a 60-day public comment period or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only time constraint I am under is, unless there's some delay on the sign, the production of the signage. I need to place the order for the signs prior to June the 10th in order to have them constructed and built,
That makes
in
sense.
order to have them in the ground before.
Yeah, and I'd say give
Would
the
it-
homeowners a week, and if we don't have anything from them in a week,
Yeah.
convene on a short meeting and
Yeah.
can we
We can-
table this till May 28th?
Until our next
that's
meeting.
that's what I was gonna suggest,
Okay.
if you guys wanna,
Okay.
if you wanna do that,
I
I
think we should do
don't, no, I probably, where's my calendar?
Behind you.
It's over here. Okay, so we can go ahead and we can advertise for a Board of Adjustment meeting here to be held here.
Let's do that.
Just that way
Yeah.
that everybody, the whole public knows. I will contact Levi and let him know that, we have tabled the application, or the proposal is to table the application, and it will be heard.
Thank you.
That doesn't work. It'll
Right.
be heard on the, 28th
Okay.
regardless. That's my proposal.
Did we have any other feedback on the signs? Because there was talk about how tall they were. They're under
It's under
14.
yeah, I thought it was.
it's on.
Under the 18, I mean, so they're 14 feet tall.
Yeah.
Was there any other comments?
the
that you
highway
had?
sign is the one that you want the variance on the height, correct?
Actually, that one's in place, and that is it's 18 feet, it meets the requirement.
That means,
Okay, so we're good.
so, yeah, it all works.
Yeah, and I think we're all on board with the
It's just the one
program.
additional signage that has the emergency wayfinding
With the Star Valley Health.
at 14 or 16 feet.
It'd just be less
14.
lumens.
Yeah,
Right.
That's all we got.
And it's been addressed, so.
And, you know, it'll be cheaper.
and less expensive.
Actually, no, the way you get less lumens on one side,
It's actually more
more on
expensive.
the other.
Yeah.
You just put more opaque plastic
Yeah.
on the inside, on the one side, so it's dimmer.
Can you reiterate to me the lumens? I wrote down 110 lumens.
55
That's for the
on the
east
So
west side.
55 going towards the residents,
Yes.
right?
Correct, yes. And 110 going toward
And
the
110.
US 89.
Okay, I knew I missed one.
I think we all agree that, you know, I don't have any problems with having more signage on for this particular application by any means. It's always nice to have, like we talked about, emergency situations, so I don't have any, I don't have any problems with these signs at all, that I can see. It looks like it meets with our code, and
Yeah.
the only concern we've got is just with your homeowner association. Once they come back and let us know that what their concerns are, we can go forward from there, if that works for you, boss.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're gonna have to come back again and see us.
No, that's okay. The 28th sounds great to me. That gives me time to still order the productions.
Absolutely. Hopefully we'll have a good answer for
My
you then.
apologies for being late. For some reason, I had in my mind 7 PM. So.
Oh, you're good. That's when our planning and zoning
when the
meeting
planning and
starts.
zoning.
Yeah. You're in a special area now.
You're a special.
You're in a special area tonight.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for coming in, Mike. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Mike.
So I'll make,
It's a special board of.
Special meeting.
I will
So are we
entertain a
adjourning?
motion to,
Okay, no,
no, I will not. Sorry.
What's your motion?
I said I will entertain a motion to table this till the 28th, if anybody wants to make any kind of said motion. No, I can't make a motion, sweetie.
Oh.
One of you
that's right.
other people have to.
Motion we table the signage issues, signing variance for Star Valley Health till the 28th.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? Sorry, I'm still learning. No? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay. I will entertain a motion to adjourn the, planning, or what is it? The Board of Adjustments meeting? I am now the chairperson of the special. People give me job titles I'm not ready for.
Well, did we make a motion yet?
I said I will entertain a motion. I'm waiting for said motion.
I make a motion that we retire this meeting.
I'll second that.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion adjourned. At what time?
Okay.
7:04, Miss Christine.
7:04. Okay, everybody turn your mic off for next time.
Sir, yes, ma'am.
Look, you're in and out.
Yep, I am. Planning commission's over my pay grade.
Okay.
So wayfinding, just for a silly, stupid question, that's just a direction sign? Is that what he means by wayfinding? Okay, all right.
Like you finding your way. My